Hi, good to see you again. It's Graham Martin. I'm the Recruitment Guy with the third episode in Stuff I Wish My Dad Had Told Me When I Was 17. And without embarrassing my children too much, I want to talk about relationships today. But of course, only from a male's perspective, and that from a heterosexual male's point of view. So those of you that are watching that are girls or that are gay men are probably going to have a different view about what I'm going to speak about. But of course, I'd love to hear your comments. So you can always get back to me at help@therecruitmentguy.com. So first off, if you're a guy, I would suggest that you try and spend some time with women that you may not necessarily be attracted to. And the reason for that is you've got to understand what women want. They're different to guys. They have a different agenda, different priorities. They communicate differently. So do find some female buddies that you're not going to be interested in and get to know them. Get to see their points of view. And in fact, a friend of mine said to me once, it's really useful to have a female friend that you don't fancy, that doesn't fancy you, because they will really tell you about your fashion indiscretions, where you're being an idiot, and they'll pull you up really, really quickly. They'll probably tell you things that your male friends won't, and girlfriends certainly won't. And in fact, women are different to guys. They've got different priorities. And what I found is that it's always a good idea to compliment a woman before she asks it. Of course, there's always the story of, does my bum look big in this? But aside from that, learn to compliment easily and do it readily, so it's a natural thing. You don't have to force it. I also suggest that if you can afford to, buy a little present every now and then. It doesn't have to be any great grand gesture, but just something that shows you're thinking about your girlfriend or your partner, and you're not just waiting for Valentine's, Christmas, birthday or any other anniversary. And if you're wrong, if you've made a mistake, say sorry and say it very, very early. And don't try and dig yourself out of things. It'll just make matters worse. If you're wrong, be wrong and accept it graciously. And when it comes to flowers, if you're going to say sorry, don't do it with the flowers. Because then if you buy flowers in the future, guess what? She'll always think you've done something wrong. So avoid that one. Personally, I think that buying a present to say sorry isn't really a good idea. You should say sorry off your own back and mean it with a degree of humility. Now, when it comes to women, and it might not be the same with guys because we've got different things going on, but if a woman says no, you know what? 19 times out of 20, she absolutely means no. And you don't want to be the guy that tries to find out the one time out of 20 when she said no, when she means maybe. So don't even go there. If it's a no, and you know what I'm talking about, it's a no. Just don't push it. So I think that our relationships with our friends are very important, particularly with our male friends. Now, when it comes to your girlfriends, I would sincerely suggest that you don't date one of your friends' ex-girlfriends. What happens if he wants to go back out with her again? Now, unless you absolutely know she's the one for you and you're going to sail off into the sunset, avoid it. I had a friend from school who ended up dating a girlfriend of mine and he stole her from me. Now, actually it worked out really well. He got married, they've got 2 great kids, they've been together for over 30 years. But you know what? That relationship between me and him was damaged for many decades. And of course it was worth it for him. But I know a lot of guys that do have relationships with girls, or they will even steal girlfriends from their male friends, and they'll destroy their male relationships. So please be very, very careful. Think about what you're doing. So I hope that's some good, practical, homespun advice. Of course, there have been so many books written about this stuff. I suggest that you buy Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Not because it's a scientific, absolutely proven methodology about communicating with women, but it does give you some food for thought. So good luck, and I hope to see you again. Bye for now.